The guy that's bought my anchor chain is coming at 10 o'clock this morning, so I'm up bright and early to get the anchor off the chain. Come across a couple of issues. One is the shackle's probably going to need cutting off, and then I've got to get this pin out of here. So hopefully that will come out. Giving it a good spray with WD-40. But that's not the major issue that I discovered this morning. I'll show you what that is. The only reason I spotted that the whole housing moves was because of the markings on the foot switches, because this one says is angled this way, the arrow's this way, which you would presume was up, and this one is angled down that way, which you'd presume was down. Wrong. This one sends the anchor down. So I think I'm gonna, so they're back to front, or maybe it's me that's back to front, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to mark these so I don't make the mistake. So when I pressed the wrong foot switch, the anchor jammed into this area and I saw this whole thing move. The other issue I discovered this morning was after half filling the angle a couple of days ago with meat and so forth, I discovered this morning it wasn't working. It's not freezing. It was lukewarm in there and there was meat blood all over the bottom. So I've emptied it, cleaned it out, taken it out from where it was stored, left it switched off for a couple of hours, and I've switched it back on to see whether it will correct itself. I'm hoping it's like a computer. Switch it off, switch it on, and it works. So I don't think it's going to, but fingers crossed, legs crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed. I don't really want to have to buy a new one. It'll be a pain to get it down to Mexico, and I don't think I can get one locally. So they say trouble always comes in threes. I'm just wondering whether the splinter I've got in my arse from the dock is the third problem, which is an easy one to resolve, but I don't think it is. So I've given this a good soak and got to get this out. So it's proving, I've been bashing it. I think I've loosened it to a point. Seems to be coming slowly. Sorry about the noise. I think that's enough banging for filming. You get the gist of it. It's a pain in the arse. So it's out after lots of banging. I think I'll try and get a new one. It looks this one's been cut off at some point. It looks okay. Maybe I can clean it up. I've never been keen on these swivels, but Rockner anchors are renowned for swinging on the way up and coming up the wrong way round. I've had it on previous boats. Just used a boat hook to you know, to turn the anchor around. But hopefully these swivels, it is an Italian one of the more expensive ones I believe. So I'm going to keep it on for the time being, but it might go in the parts bin later on. I'm going to attempt to clean up some of this rust and use some of this pink stuff, which seems to kill rust. I believe they use it for cleaning out air conditioning systems. Maybe it'll clean out some of the rust from the threads and I can save this rather large grub screw or whatever they call them. Not sure. No, it does seem to be getting the rust off. I'm not sure actually what you can put on this to stop it corroding in the future. I don't know, maybe lithium grease, I don't know. I'll have to have a look on the internet as I normally do to find out this stuff. It's pretty good for this sort of thing. Just get some in there. And that should be, oh yeah, it's definitely cleaned off the rust. That should do it. You don't leave this stuff on for very long, especially on your fingers. Time to wash it off. Wash off the old fingers. There we go. That's cleaned it up. There's the finished item, all rust free, cleaned up, polished, and I've put lana coat on the thread of the bolt, or whatever you call it. Let me know if you think that's the wrong stuff, but according to the label it says marine grade rust and corrosion protection, so I presume it's right, but if you think there's something better, let me know, because I'm not putting this on yet. Okay, thank you. Went through like that butter. So we finally managed to get the new chain out of Bill's car, and here it is on the dock. Now I've got to drag it all out and mark it up, which will be pretty warm doing so, but yeah, looking forward to this one. Well, that's the anchor chain all laid out. Done it in 25 feet runs, and I'm just going to use cable ties to mark the chain. Going to use mainly 50-foot markers, but I will put small red cable ties in at the 25 stage in between, so at least I'll know. So let's get on with it. So they're the 25-foot markers, and the main markers I've just used thicker cable ties and this end, so 2 cable ties on each to mark the 50 foot. I haven't done it in different colors because I'm normally at the bow, you know, to drop the anchor. I am installing a sort of a homemade setup to drop it from the cockpit, but it's mainly for raising the anchor when it's pretty windy conditions and I've got to keep control of the boat. But yeah, that's it so far. Now I've got to put the anchor on. So guys, the other shackle, too big to go on the end, but it will fit on the shank of the anchor. But whilst doing this, there's been quite a few people coming up and down the dock, and a general consensus of opinion is just to use this shackle and the swivel and not have a third shackle. I'm sure there's people out there that got far more experience than me in putting this sort of thing together, and I'd appreciate your comments. Actually, it's probably a contentious subject, but what is the best way of putting this together? I mean, I presume you use a shackle on here and this,
and the idea of putting the second tackle on was just to help the anchor swing, because half the time it comes up facing the wrong way, and people have said that putting 2 shackles and the swivel, but then other people are saying it's 3 possible points of failure, which in a way is right, and this being 2 points of failure. I don't know, it's appreciate, yeah, if you want to comment, please do, and I'm happy to take advice. If this is the wrong way, then if I've been an idiot, then let me know, because you know, this is life saving and boat saving. If something goes wrong with this, then I'm buggered. So yeah, please comment, and I appreciate your views.
Before I put the anchor chain back, I'm just wondering whether I can clean up this rusty mess in the anchor locker. I know it doesn't really need doing, and it's only cosmetic, but I'm going to use this, the air conditioning cleaner, which seems to kill rust very quickly. So I'll give it a go, see what happens. Oh, probably got my head there and then. Oh, I'm never going to reach the bottom, I know that. Sure does stink. You're not supposed to leave this stuff on too long, so I'll give it a quick rinse so you can see. Sorry if I film my head. At least I had my hat on. You didn't get the glaze off my bulb patch. Well, it's certainly better. Wow. Okay, I'll do a bit more and show you the results afterwards. Sometimes it can be a bit painful watching the videos, but I'll show you the results. So let me show you the results. Look at this, all the rust gone on the underside, all the rust gone off the nuts and bolts, and look at this. I don't know what that buzzing, I think that's an ambulance or something. Anyway, that, although it's not pristine, it's a lot better than it was before. But make sure you rinse this off with a lot of water, because I think it must be pretty powerful stuff. But there you are, guys, time for the new shiny anchor to go back in the new shiny locker. Well, there we are, guys, it's all installed. Shiny new chain in a shiny, well, not new locker, but certainly a shiny locker. Okay, now it's time to get back to the solar panel wiring, which I may leave until this evening because it's still very hot
and up under that blue canvas it's a nightmare. So I'll probably install the solar charge controller. So that's next. So that's the solar charger installed with the cable connected from the solar panels. That's that part finished now, but I haven't connected it to the panels yet because it's too hot outside. I'll do that a bit later. So guys, the solar installation wiring is finished. These are the two wires that come in from the solar panels. These go to the battery, which one of these fuse with 20 amps, and then they're just taken down onto the negative on there, and I've put the earth wire on the negative as well, and obviously the negative wire, and then the positive wire goes on to the positive bus. Fairly straightforward. Asked a few people, checked on the internet, and yeah, it all seems to be working. I haven't actually uncovered the panels yet. I'm about to do that, although the batteries are full, so I'm not going to really see how much different the two new panels are going to make to the solar power charging. So we'll have to wait until tomorrow morning for that, when the batteries are down a bit. Let me just show you what I did outside. So here I just took the positive from one panel and the positive from the other, and joined them together, and then leading down to the batteries, and did the same with the negative. And then I used some tape that I've never used before. It's sort of stretchy plastic tape that creates a waterproof seal. A bit of a funny story to that, which I'll relate to you in a moment, but I have a major faux pas, a real stupid blunder on my part, which I'm happy to admit to. When I was wiring the boxes up, I thought you had to drill out the holes to put the cable connector in, so I had 4 attempts at trying to drill them out, couldn't get the cable connectors to fit in there, the seal joints, and I started to file them out to make them all nice and smooth, and as I was filing them out, the ring fell out. I didn't realise that they were actually knockout that they were knockout pieces, so you just put a screwdriver on them and hit them with a hammer and they fall out. And what makes it worse is this is despite a friend of mine telling me that they were knockouts. I looked at them and I thought, no, they're solid, they're gonna have to drill them out. But yeah, there are 4 takes of me doing that. I might show you one just to prove that it was a faux pas, or a blooper, or whatever you like to call them. But hey, you got to try these things. Sometimes it's worth listening to other people to save a bit of embarrassment. But yeah, every project has a few bloopers in them. It makes the whole thing real, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Well, that's the end of another video, guys. It was great fun making it. I probably laughed in this one more than I have in any other video that I've done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe, like the videos. In my next video, it will be dealing with the anchor, the windlass issue, pulling away from the bulkhead, and setting up a helm toggle switch or a momentary switch to raise and lower the anchor. It can be done for 50 bucks. So I look forward to you joining me next time. And once again, thanks very much for watching the videos. I hope you laughed as much as I did. Thanks very much.